Okay, so for my learning specialist instructional design proposal, I decided to make a work with the other teachers at my school district at Carl Sandburg High School to make an online course for our freshmen, which we will eventually start trying to work with the sophomore, junior, and senior teachers to make something across the board. Through gathering research, I started my proposal by analyzing the English department's needs. Like, what, as far as technology, does everyone agree on? I sent out a survey, and through the results, I found out that everybody really wanted to have shared materials, and collaboration was important. And through all my classes that I've taken so far, I've really realized that teacher collaboration is essential, and collaboration using online tools is really important. So this process actually taught me a lot about being a technology specialist, because doing this research and locating where there was a need is a lot of what I'm going to have to do with my actual job. Um, Across the board, novel units and Web 2.0 resources and rubrics. Rubrics were really important, were the things that people decided were important. And I tried to make sure that we try to include a wide variety of collaborative projects, because projects, especially like my literature circles, take a lot of work to create, and the rubrics that go along with them. So sharing is caring. Um, I plan to share at my PLC every week that I have time available to me when it's part of our agenda, and it's part of the agenda actually this week. And it's about 3 different weeks now. I've presented little mini lessons about what we're trying to do. So I'm trying to let teachers incorporate stuff at their own pace as they feel comfortable, and I would want the same done for me. 2 years ago, I didn't really know much about Canvas. I was part of the team that adopted that LMS, but again, I was part of that, and I'm still kind of out of the loop with some things. So I got to make sure that I understand that teachers need to take things at their own pace. That's what a technology specialist needs to do: is ease people into technology, but give them that comfortable kind of push. Um, I'm trying to get teachers past that substitution model towards the R, but I'm still not totally in the redefinition model myself. I haven't completely flipped my classroom like I would like to. Quizzes, Kahoot, and Kia are all things that I've used as part of our class that we're creating, and Edpuzzle and some other things as well that I'll mention. So, what's the need? We talked about that, and decided that we need an online Canvas class for all freshman English teachers, and we'll see if that spreads to other departments. And we need to effectively work to integrate new Web 2.0 tools, and try to redefine our classrooms in general. The freshman teachers, again, all said that they weren't really familiar with a lot of the tools I'd mentioned, so we're going to have some professional development training with that. But they want more tools. We just recently, like I said, adopted Canvas, so everyone has to integrate it. The level of where they're at is very different, so I'm trying to work with different teachers independently as well, and they've been contacting me and asking me to do that. For example, again, teacher collaboration being important, I put web quests, add puzzle videos, stuff about the history of the 1930s videos, my theme essay assignment, example theme essay responses, and what they'd asked for is a rubric, and I gave a rubric for each one of those to use through SpeedGrader. And I myself sat down with my technology innovative facilitator and worked through using SpeedGrader, so I would be able to lead by example and know what I was talking about. I also included how-to videos. If I'm going to ask you to use Kahoot and quizzes, well, you need to know how to do it. So I created videos for Kahoot, quizzes, WeVideo, Prezi, all things that teachers would want to integrate, but maybe they didn't know what to do and they didn't want to search online for a how-to video. I've also included study guides and mini presentations and all the things that we kind of decided we wanted. It's a start, but again, a lot of teachers are at that substitution level, and they were honest with me that they're just using, Google Docs to type things. So I'm trying to give them more ideas and give them that push. And collaboration is definitely a need for teachers that are reluctant to move forward in the SAMR model, because it's not just students that need to be able to use the tools to collaborate. Teachers need to be able to collaborate as well and come up with shared ideas, and that's what Canvas is for. Just like Twitter, you can communicate with each other and share ideas, which is awesome. Through Canvas, we can share ideas through the comments as well. Questions I discussed with my group, my PLC group, the small group that I worked with, before presenting out to the bigger group. How can we manage a PLC group account the best? I had to actually sit with my technology innovative facilitator and have him help me with that. Most teachers, for number 2, said that they use Canvas, but to only a small point. And I asked about training, and that's not really available unless I do it in our PLCs, or it's done through Lunch with the Technology Innovative Facilitator. So that's what I've been doing. I've been, kind of pounding the pavement and trying to get the word out and trying to help teachers one by one with the Canvas account. And most teachers said they're familiar with all the Web 2.0 tools. As far as cost, everything that we have is free. Canvas is paid for. All of our training I'm trying to do, the Spectra laptops were all provided to us at the start of our school year, so we have those paid for. Edpuzzle's free, Kahoot's free, Popwit's free, and WeVideo, I convinced the school district to actually pay for an account this year that we're trying out. As far as my research, I used the constructivist theory and said constructivism, is worked through my class. It's the main activity in a constructivist classroom is solving problems. And that's what we're doing with Canvas. Students use inquiry methods, so we're teachers using inquiry methods to ask questions, investigate a topic, and use a variety of resources to find solutions. And that's exactly what we're doing through this process. We're applying this theory to work collaboratively to create that class. I'm using digital collaboration tools, just like in this inquiry model. How do we solve the problem of us all having something that we can share and we can work together with? And that's what we're doing here. As part of that inquiry process, I worked with my technology innovative facilitator to gather research, and he mentored me, showed me how to use SpeedGrader, and now I love it. It's an awesome tool, and together we're working to implement this plan because he really is the technology specialist, not me. My time frame is from November 2016 to May of next year. I'm going to reevaluate how the Canvas class has been working at the end of the year and do a survey and really look at how many materials they've contributed to see if it went well. As far as steps in the process, just a quick skim through, I introduced my mini group, which is 7 or 8 teachers, and my freshman cadre together. I've been working via email. I sent an email to every single teacher in the department a couple times, and my DC, got my DC involved, and I'm trying to encourage teachers to participate. And by the end of the year, I'm hoping everybody's taken something and added something. The people, the personnel that are needed, myself, the freshman team, the technology innovative facilitators, my department chair needs to be in the loop. And then eventually my entire department. And my goal is that all the roles are contributors and taking things away. And we don't have specific time for training. So again, that's why I'm trying to work that in myself. Again, at the end of the year, I'm going to assess that this has been successful through a survey and how much has been contributed to the class. Steps in my process. I introduced the idea to my colleagues, my smaller group, discussed the materials we needed, shared the proposal with the bigger group, followed up with my survey, discussed what we need as far as material goes, and then now I've got people actually contributing slowly, very slowly, honestly, but surely, let's hope. The last part is feedback. Well, I asked how valuable is a shared freshman class. Everyone said they thought it was. What materials do you need? Across the board, everybody said rubrics. Again, online study guides and all that, maybe they can just find that online, but the specific rubrics to our goals were very important to them. Everyone said they're familiar with Canvas, but there were very varied answers about how much they use it. And one teacher actually, quote, said that more professional development training would help them navigate better. So that was across the board, again, something that was said. And my last question was, feel free to include something that you thought beyond what I said. And the one teacher said, as long as it's not required, I'm game. That seems to be the general consensus, is that this is something we'll all work together on, but not require each other to do. So we'll see how it goes, and I'm hoping for a great end product to this. So thank you for listening.